Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
Oh yeah! Welcome
Is that your remix?
to the remix of B Movies and Beyond.
I like it.
Yeah. I am Peter. With me is Ryan, Evan. For the audio listeners, Ryan.
Yeah, me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Evan.
Hey, I was waiting for the theme music to stop.
I forgot that we do audio now.
Yes, we do both. So you can't just wave into your camera.
I like just waving.
It's fun.
So
It's very personal.
it is. I understand, but you gotta do more. So, welcome in everyone to B Movies and Beyond, a weekly movie review podcast, and so much more
About nothing.
stuff, movie stuff.
Just movie stuff. Just movie stuff.
Well, the nothingness comes a lot later with just our random rants. And
Rants.
shit like that. So, welcome everyone. We are excited to be here
I
and
am.
do a new episode 190. We're on 190, man. We're almost 200.
I hope we can get together for episode 200.
I'm not going to hold my breath.
Finally see you guys in person.
I
Maybe
don't
we'll
want that
just
'cause it'll be touchy.
Womp, womp, womp.
maybe just break it and just do it anyways.
So for 200, it's worth it.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get sick.
Episode 201 on
Yep.
hiatus.
Yeah.
We all got coronavirus.
All right. So we got a great episode. We got a quick question. We got one trailer. We got two newses, and we got 3 movies to review. So you don't want to miss it.
Right.
Let's get right into it, guys. Let's get into a question. Unless you have anything else you want to say.
Have my sound queued up at all times, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'll give you the signal.
I was ready.
I like it.
All right, let's get into that question.
All right.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
But only one.
So I had this idea, the female equivalent to this is marry, fuck, kill. Everyone's familiar with that, right? Or I guess it's not really a female. That's our equivalent, right?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's like for women, so I wanted to all right, what do you put in there for guys? I don't want to have marry, fuck, kill. So I came up with bro, party, kill. Still kill, but bro, this is guy you want to hang out with all the time. And then party, the one night of just craziness with this person.
Just
So,
one night?
One night only. That's what you have to pick. So a lifetime of friendship for the bro, one night of party, and just the one guy you just want to toss out the side you don't really care about.
Okay.
So them's the rules. But I thought about taking these 3 action stars of the day: Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone. Bro, party, kill.
Ooh. Bruce Willis is the odd man out on that one.
For you?
Well, I mean, just in general, like, he's not a big old meathead from the 80s and 70s.
Should I replace him with someone else?
No, we already have the game going on. I have
Okay.
my answer.
All right, go. If
All
you're
right.
ready.
I would bro with Arnold Schwarzenegger because I feel like he would be a good long-term friend. Like, he would help me party and kill the other 2. And and he's the Terminator. So Arnold all the way. And I was watching Pumping Iron, and dude, Arnold back in the day was an asshole. So it's good to have this big buff dude on the side who's an asshole that you can just bro out with all the time. And he's a ladies' man, and he used to party and whatnot. So I think he'd party better than the other ones. And then one night of partying, I still get Arnold on this side, so I'm gonna have Sylvester Stallone on the other side.
You
And that's-
cheated the system. I'm pissed.
And then, of course, I kill Bruce Willis. Like you said, I throw him off the side of a building like Die Hard or something.
Cut the hose. Oh man, I was very similar. I was gonna kill Bruce Willis just because I hear he's kind of a dick.
But not in a fun way.
Yeah, not in a fun way. Even though, like, I mean, he did
I like
do
the fun
the
dicks.
yeah. That's right. You want the fun dick.
Yeah.
He did do the roast of him, so he does have a sense of humor. I think though I want to party with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think just one night with Arnold Schwarzenegger is enough.
That's all you have?
Dang it.
I mean, if you broed with Sylvester Stallone, you would be in Rambo, Rocky, The Expendables, stuff like that. But if you broed with Arnold, you're
Yeah.
Terminator, Running Man, The Expendables.
Here's the thing. I think, well, they go with the Expendables both ways. I think no matter what, I'd probably get pissed off at Arnold because I'd be so upset with the Terminator franchise and time travel that we just couldn't be friends. So,
Would
due to
you
that,
want to kill him because of that?
yeah, I'm changing my whole answers. I just came up with this. I had no idea. I thought I was going to go the other way, but I just started thinking about Terminator and how upset I am that, yeah, I'm killing Arnold off. Arnold's dead to me. I'm gonna bro out with Stallone, and I'll just have. I think Bruce Willis could have one crazy night where we're stuck in a big building and we're fighting off bad guys. So that's my one party night with Bruce Willis.
That's a cool party. I would go with that, actually.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a great theme.
Very nice. Yeah,
Evan?
I went the wrong way apparently, because I got a bro out with Bruce Willis. Because
Yeah?
he's got layers. He's like an onion. He's got layers. You got to peel each one back.
Like his bald head.
Yes, maybe shine it up a little bit, and then
Saute it.
I got a party with Arnold, and I'm really mad at Stallone for Last Blood.
You didn't like
So
Last
I'm
Blood?
sorry, Stallone. Oh God, no.
Oh,
What?
So stupid. Yeah, it hurt me on a physical level, so I have to kill him out of revenge.
Okay,
We
but
should
think
do-
about Arnold though. Like there is, like,
No, The Last Stand was beautiful.
oh, I do like The Last Stand, but I was thinking of what was the other one that the 80 Days Around the World or some shit like that with Jackie Chan.
I'm fine with that. I love Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan would be an awesome one to hang out with.
What
He's,
about the
he's
other
showing
movie?
off. Arnold is showing off his chops.
Oh yeah,
He's showing off his acting chops. Come on.
that's true. He does have gems like Jingle All the Way under his belt.
He
Seriously.
like defined working out. Like not only was he an actor, he was like the definition of bodybuilding, and he was a governor.
You know what I
And
get from Stallone?
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
From broing out
Herpes.
with Stallone? No, I'm gonna get so ripped because he's gonna give me steroids.
Yeah, probably. Just either way, like whoever's killing Bruce Willis is going to get ripped by their, with their friends.
Yeah,
So-
if either Arnold or Sylvester Stallone, you're gonna get ripped. Well, that was fun. I figured we can keep on doing that from time to time. We gotta come up with harder people, though. I thought that was gonna be harder. It was a little pretty.
Not really.
easy.
No.
No, it wasn't hard.
We
No,
should have-
not at
we
all.
should have one with like Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
Kevin
Bacon.
Bacon. Kevin Bacon.
That's too easy.
No, we
Two-
need Kevin Bacon, John Hamm, and then someone else that kind of sounds like a food.
Oh, that's a good name. I like it.
That is clever. Good
Yeah.
job, Evan.
Thanks. I'm here all week.
Ugh.
What?
Literally, I just sit in my room.
Just
Figured.
waiting.
Just wait for you guys. Sometimes I don't even watch movies. I'm just like, hey, are we going to podcast yet?
but
like
then
it.
you're not ready.
Exactly, but still,
So-
I show up early.
That's you're just waiting for the next one. All right, let's get some trailers, or the one trailer.
Did you watch it?
Nope.
I mean, I could just describe it. So,
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
B-movies and beyond.
Oh, I love that so much. That is great.
Oh my God, you fixed it?
isn't it nice?
Thank you, Aaron.
Is it perfect?
When did this happen?
You're gone. This is what happens when you leave for a
I gotta
while.
be gone more because apparently progress is made.
Sometimes.
Seriously, I'm gonna go away for a week and we're gonna be all professional and shit.
Yeah, we'll have a studio or something. I was taking a piss a little bit ago. And I was like, it'd be nice to have a B movies mug, so we look super professional.
I was
Not what I
thinking the
mean.
same thing. Oh, we'd look so professional with that.
Instead of having our beer cans all around, we would just have beer mugs.
That's right. I missed it the first time, but I got it the second time.
It's perfect. I like it. The only, there's no new movies coming out, so you can't really talk about trailers. But Disney Plus is releasing, it's like a behind the scenes of The Mandalorian, and it's called the Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian. And I think it's going to be a series, right?
It's
It
a
looks
whole,
like on the notes, it looks like the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. So it's a man in a
Oh.
DeLorean. Yeah.
I like
So,
that
yeah.
combination. So you mean like this is a series where they're gonna take other like Disney Plus items and do like a behind the scenes? Is that what you're talking about? Not just like a only the Mandalorian behind the scenes of like each episode. Are they gonna do like a Talking Dead? Is that what you're talking about? What is this? Explain yourself.
Hold on.
I'm very
Hold
intense,
on.
guys. I'm very intense this week.
Hold on. I'm Googling this because you brought up a really good question. And I don't
You
know
know
the
what
answer.
you started when you started this. You know how he gets.
I know. All I know is this is showing like the behind the scenes, and it's like a round table of all the directors of each episode for the series of Mandalorian. And they're going to show how they make each episode, I guess. So if this will probably be something big when all the Marvel stuff comes out, and Obi-Wan, and maybe the Jeff Goldblum thing that's coming out too. So
But they're gonna do a docu-series on a docu-series.
I really hope so. I really hope so.
That would be great.
Like it'd be like, do you guys realize how weird Jeff Goldblum is?
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
they're like, yeah,
He gets even
here's an
weirder
episode.
behind the scenes.
himself.
Yeah.
But so I think that they're gonna do the gallery on the Mandalorian for a couple weeks. I think they're trying to stretch this out as much as possible.
See, what I was really hoping for was that like this is gonna be like an hour-long thing, or maybe only a half an hour, where I could just watch this and be like, does this count as watching The Mandalorian?
It might.
No,
No.
does not count.
I don't know. I got a might and no. I'm gonna go with might. So,
Dude, I have a question for you.
yeah,
How have you not finished The Mandalorian?
I told you like last week, man. Like I just have, or whenever Justin was on, was that last week? Yeah, that was last week. Like for whatever reason, I just have no desire to watch it. Like I tried, I got like 4 episodes in, and then I was like, okay, and nothing. Every single episode, nothing has stood out where I'm like, I have to watch the next episode. Nothing has done that for me. I don't know why. It's just weird.
Okay, so it's called Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian, an 8-episode documentary series that pulls back the curtain on The Mandalorian. Each chapter explores the different facets of
Chapters.
8 episodes. It's giving us something in between right now.
How long is each or how many episodes are The Mandalorian? Of The Mandalorian?
I think
Is
there's
there 8?
like 10.
Oh, so
It
it's
might be
only-
on each episode. I don't know.
Man.
Man, you're asking so many freaking questions.
Does
right
it say
now.
how long each episode is?
You were super angry today. Good God.
I'm a
I'm
little
gonna-
tired.
You are pulling no punches. You're like,
Well-
tell me everything.
What would be funny is if it's longer than the actual episode of The Mandalorian.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. The
would be
Mandalorian
good.
episodes aren't that long, right? They're like 30, 40 minutes maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I still can't get through it.
Jeez.
You need better friends. You need to get out more. And watch
Maybe
it.
that's
Someone else does.
that's the only reason why I got to episode 4 is because we're over at Ryan's and Ryan made me watch it.
You got to go to Ryan's again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Kubiak.
Ah, chop chop.
All right.
We have a surprise guest. Oh, well,
Nice.
that's our trailer for the episode.
Our one trailer.
Woohoo!
I haven't seen anything else. Like it is getting slow.
Mm-hmm.
Slower
Yeah,
than
well, even like, I guess like with the Supernatural, the final season is supposed to be coming out, and they haven't even finished filming the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I heard
because
like
everybody's on hiatus.
yeah, I
So,
heard they just kind of
can you
stopped.
release it?
They just stopped and like, all right, I guess we'll go back and finish it when we can. Which I
Yeah,
don't
watch. It's gonna be like both of them are gonna get overweight. It's just not gonna work. They're gonna have to just do a bunch of like cut together episodes.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like that Breaking Bad movie where. Did you guys ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
You know the character Todd?
Oh yeah, yeah.
How in Breaking Bad he was like this young kid, like super thin, like you believed he was a kid, and then the movie he was like this adult.
A fat, yes,
Yeah.
overweight, but he was one of the best. Still haven't finished El Camino, but he was like the best thing about half that film.
Right.
What I watched.
Well, the movie wasn't that good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I only got halfway through, and then I never picked it up because I got tired. So I don't know. One day maybe I'll finish that. I guess that's one of those movies I can't finish from last time.
I don't know why you don't have like. What's your excuse now? You're locked inside your house.
I try to watch better items. I was watching Ozark, which I finished and I loved it.
Huh?
Good job. Look at you. You finished something.
Yeah, because it was really good. It took me a few years to get into it, but I made it.
There you go.
Maybe a few years from now, I'll finally finish The Mandalorian and be like, you know what, guys, you were right. It was pretty good.
Episode 345.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, dude, you know what I just finished? Season 1 of The Mandalorian, and we're gonna be like, there's 3 more seasons, Peter. And then episode 346, he'd be like, I finished it all.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some news. News.
Oh, sorry, Kubiak. Come here.
What'd you do to Kubiak?
I crumpled up his paper next to him.
Did he not like that?
No, he doesn't like the news, apparently.
Oh, I understand.
I'm tired of it.
There's too much negativity in the news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do we got this week for news?
That's that. Now to sports.
Yeah.
No sports either. Let's see.
I know.
All right. Have you guys heard about this spat between AMC?
No.
Peter's pissed about it, apparently.
I mean, I have heard about it.
It's about family. You're not going to get your family in the movie theaters.
That's right. It's very upsetting. I wish I had a Corona right now.
I know. But maybe that's why. Maybe Vin Diesel was drinking too many Coronas on set, caused this virus, and now AMC's pissed because they lost a bunch of money. I think this is a money ploy. Okay, so basically what's happening is AMC, if they ever open up, because remember, AMC is like the dramatic ex-girlfriend in the movie industry. Like anything they can bitch and complain about, they're going to. And it's really tiresome. Like, oh my God, if we don't get this loan, we're not going to survive. Meanwhile, like Regal and fucking Cinnabar are like, okay, loser. But anyway, they're threatening NBC Universal, because of some fucking trolls. Not internet trolls, but like trolls that sing.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
dance.
And dance and make hundreds of millions of dollars quicker than it would in a movie theater. But you know what that tells me? The first Trolls sucked, and then this Trolls was just on TV.
What?
I
So
think
because it's
people-
on TV, which okay, Ryan, I do think you're onto something. You know, because so this Universal film Trolls World Tour it surpassed the other Trolls movies.
Correct.
And so Universal's like, oh, maybe there's a thing with this whole just putting these movies straight out to VOD or to rent, whatever that is, and also have them in the movie theaters, which I have to say, I think personally, I don't think that's the best idea, because now you're just, why would you do both things instantaneously? Like, you should at least,
No.
yeah, you should at least have like, all right, I'm going to do like 3 weeks in the movie theater and then switch over. Or do vice versa, or you just don't ever release it into the movie theaters, because if it's really going to get you that much more money, or you think you can make more money streaming, you should go that route.
Yeah.
And then,
Some,
yeah, well, I was just going to say, and then AMC is just big babies, like you said, so get over it.
Evan,
Thank you. I have a question. Actually,
all of it.
Yes.
it's like, okay, this is our babysitter for 2 hours, $20.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why-
especially, yeah, when you're trying to work from
Only
home,
reason.
yeah, you're trying to
Exactly.
work from home, you need to shut them up, so
You gotta
Exactly.
be like-
you put them in
Disney
front
Plus,
of the
too
TV.
many options. New movie, bam, sold. Trolls.
See, in a movie like
Yeah.
this, it's hard to get a bunch of kids out to go see at the movie theater instead of it just being at home.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you don't have
Right.
to give them sugar to get them all high, like, woo, craziness.
They might fall asleep.
It's perfect.
See, and here's my thought on that, is that I can see a world where some of these kids movies, because I haven't seen the results of other movies that they released. They put Bloodshot out there on this early release. They did The Invisible Man. I haven't seen anything about numbers for that, and if they actually did well. So now, if this is just because it's a kids movie, maybe the future is releasing kids, just putting them straight to streaming services. Which,
Or-
and I don't know.
Again, so AMC's will be adult movie cinemas,
Ooh.
but
Well,
not porn
And back in,
for running around.
that's true.
So
Why
I'm
would you
like,
open it
hey,
up to families?
perfect.
Stop them. Yes.
Yes, Ryan?
I have a solution. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. If AMC on kids movies, you can purchase the ticket and you hold on to that ticket, and that gives you a digital download voucher 2 weeks after it comes out. That way
that's
You
great.
take them to the movies, they get the movie experience, and if they take 5, 6, 7, 8 kids, then each one of those kids will have a voucher, and then if you want to purchase that movie 2 weeks later, but if you don't have that ticket or that voucher, then the release is 3 months later. Something stupid like that, you know?
Here's the thing. I don't know. I even think, like, if you just did a kids film, released it like 3 weeks after it came out in theaters, those kids want to watch that movie again if it's good.
Yeah, they'll watch it
And-
a lot, dude.
And they will beg their parents to get that movie. So, like, all right, they get their month with their VOD.
You made this decision with actually waiting, like,
A movie voucher from AMC for discounted.
oh, we can embed it underneath their wrist.
You scan the child.
Yes.
To me, that's a selling point to have a kid, is like, wait, I get free movies? I'll see what I can try to get into. Like, can I get into the rated R movies with this
Just beep,
child?
beep, beep.
Uh,
Come on, he's good for like 4 movies this month.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
I
There was
don't know.
also, I don't know. I think streaming is the way to go. Whether it's on Apple TV, whether it's, and you know what, the studios should kind of invest a little bit more into it, like maybe Apple TV or Netflix, because then we could see stuff on Netflix. You know, the Netflix series, like say Extraction, that can be released on movie theaters before it's released on Netflix. You know, but they should work together to create an incentive for you to go to the movie theater and then get something back in return when you're at home. Evan.
Now, I have a question for you guys.
I like the format.
I like raising hands. It's fun. But do you think the Oscars this year will be swept by Netflix? Since basically nothing can actually come out in theaters.
That was my next point. The Oscars just...
I mean, besides Sonic, of course.
Oh, well, yeah, Sonic's winning. But they just allowed movies that don't make it into theaters to be eligible for nomination.
This year?
Yep. It finally
They
happened.
already announced that?
Yep.
Or is that just something for this year only?
It's gonna stay.
I don't know. Like, dude, it was such a big deal when, like,
They
some
don't
of
have
these
an
movies-
option anymore, dude.
Well, I don't know. Like, there's an article out there about, like, based off the movies that have been released so far this year, here's what you would have. And I didn't read the article, but what you got? Birds of Prey, you got Underwater, you know,
Bad Boys.
that were released this year. It's one of the
Invisible Man.
The Hunt. I don't think it ever got to a movie theater.
I don't think the Invisible Man did either.
No, it did. So like, I'll give some awards.
There's my article. I'm just gonna hold true today on this April 30th. I was right. Sonic is winning some Oscars.
I think they're the ones that released this virus on the world. Like, we have to win.
Dude, I cannot wait for the Oscars next year where I can just watch Sonic just take everything.
I have something else I wanted to bring up, because right now going on is the whole Amazon streaming the South by Southwest, like some of their movies, and like the whole thing that was going on was like basically they just gave them an offer to all those people that had films or whatever type of media in the festival to, like, you can put yours up here. And I looked at this, and actually they had quite a few of those, but again, I was like, nothing caught my attention to like, ooh, I have to see that. I want to. It's just, for me, some cool movies, but I heard about the other point where these people were saying, you know, the people that made these films, like, no, we'll do this and let them put this out there for free. And Film Festival was like, hey, make it so that you actually have to pay some money for it, because I do believe that you should do that. The fact that it's just free, I don't think it was the best decision, but it's more people get involved and make it worth my while to watch.
Do I just need to fix the tree? I fixed it just a little bit ago.
No, you didn't. You just bitched about now. So you didn't.
South by Southwest needs an app, sponsored by Amazon, and you purchase the app, and it's bought by the big studios and released later.
Maybe. I don't know.
Where's the before and have your, then they can say, hey, here's a new batch of movies this week only, and then you can review them, and then it makes us, B-Movies Beyond, more legit sponsors, and we could sponsor, and we can be.
So yeah, listen up, Amazon.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah, Amazon really wants our money.
They need our money.
My thought with just that whole festival thing, they executed it poorly. You know, it was Amazon was
Half my stuff anyway.
Yeah, oh man, that pisses me off now. I miss getting shit in 2 days or less. Oh, bring back those days. Because my point with this whole film festival thing online was the fact never to like be for free, so be somewhat connected to it. And I hope one day maybe we can get to that. I don't know. We'll see. But
streaming is the way of the future. I think these major companies need to just hire us to organize it.
I think
I said us, not just me.
No, it's a combination of like an option for the people that cannot make it. Hell, I mean, even if you put an extra price tag on it, just like they do for like when you buy the extra
So-
fee.
Hey, this is the guys at B Movies, B Southwest. We're gonna go check.
You can do that anyways. I mean, if we ever buy tickets to go to a special app just for our
That's not the point, Peter.
Yeah.
here you go. Speaking about money, you know,
Give me.
there's a great way. You know what? It's not even giving money to us. There is a way to do that too, but there's a great way just to support us.
With Amazon.
Is just by subscribing to us, our podcast, wherever you find podcasts. And if you can't find our podcast, let us know and we'll figure that shit out.
Well,
You know,
if they found this, then they should be able to find podcasts. But if
Well, I think so. But like, here's the thing. I tried. Have you tried doing it on Spotify?
Spotify is so weird to find podcasts.
Yeah, the best way, and this is my recommendation to finding us on Spotify, is type in cat buttholes, and we're the only episode that comes up. So, if you want to find B Movies and Beyond, type in cat buttholes, and our episode will come up, which will connect us. Well, it will connect you to all our other episodes. So, there you go. That's my recommendation on Spotify.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think we lost Evan on that.
Yeah. It was the best way. So,
Fuck is wrong with you guys?
You know what?
what happens when you're gone, Evan?
My God.
How did you find that? How did you come up with that?
And stuff, and I don't know.
A
It's
cat
like
buttholes just popped up on my predictive text.
it's one
Oh
of
my
our,
God, he's right. Look.
it's one of our titles.
Oh, you can't see it, but
Yeah,
187 cat buttholes. They're right there.
there it is. It's the easiest way to find B Movies and Beyond. Because, so I did a search for B Movies and Beyond, and I get a whole bunch of weird shit. Not us. You would think we would come right up because who has that title? But cat buttholes, no one has that. So rate and review us, guys. After subscribing, that bumps us up. It helps us tremendously. It keeps the show going for you. If you want to do something really cool, you can go to our website where you can see what we're like, the shit that I'm putting on there for movies and everything. You get a little bit more details than just from subscribing.
You know, okay, everybody go to the website. When we finish our business cards, I wanted to say just the website, and then if you need to find us on Spotify, search cat butthole.
You know, that might be like the one thing that's what you have to search in general on Google to find our podcast.
I'm sensing a new T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go to our website, bmoviesbeyond.com. You can find all our social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're all YouTube. We're all connected through there. It's the easiest way because it's too hard just to list off @me ads for everything. And our store is on our website, and we are getting ready to release a couple new shirts, a couple new items that we're very excited about. So stay tuned and keep an eye on the website, guys.
Yeah, all our stuff is there.
Yeah.
Easy.
Let's get into some reviews.
Okay.
I'm going first.
I'll go first.
No, I said I'm going first.
Rock, paper,
I called
scissors.
it on it. No,
Come
too
on.
much time. No, why I want to go first is because that
You're the least
review.
prepared.
No. That theme that we just listened to, our little drop for our feature presentation for reviews, is in this movie because it's done by the director that I finish this film because it's like, but holy shit, beside words.
No.
No, I won't.
No, you will, but you tried it. You started it, Ryan.
I've gone through this movie. I can't finish it.
I bought it, but I haven't watched it.
Okay.
You haven't even watched it? Oh. Well,
Yeah, no, I got things to do. I work.
Yeah. I'm curious, Evan.
I
Whenever
work
you,
too, Evan.
Evan,
No,
whenever
you
you,
don't.
Yes, I do.
You deal with stormtrooper stuff at your bed.
Evan, whenever
Where is
you
it?
get around to watching this, when you have time, I want to hear a second review on this. Because
Deal.
I just don't know if I missed something. Like, so this movie's set right around when, well, it's loosely based on the Charles Manson murders.
Spoiler.
That's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
It is because I haven't seen anything about this.
How did you not know that? I knew that before I saw the movie.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm a shut-in. I just go to work and then I just sit here in my basement
Waiting for the
podcast.
podcast. Okay.
during that time, you can watch some movies, right?
Yeah,
No, I can't.
the whole
So
time.
invested in this podcast I am.
You just wait for the
I don't even
video,
watch.
the invite. You're just like, please, right now.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole
Evan,
time
it's
you had your
terrible.
headset on, just waiting. Just, are you there? Guys, are you there?
When are we recording?
Yeah.
That's actually me.
Exactly.
When are we recording? When are we recording?
Yeah.
But you
So-
should see like the way my face lights up when I get that link. It's like Christmas morning.
Is it like this? Watch.
Just
Almost.
like that. Yeah. So it's set in the 1960s, I think 1969. And
So the 70s.
no, 69. Still in the 60s.
69 was way different than the 60s.
Well,
It was
it
the
never
beginning of the 70s.
never made it into the 70s. Okay. It was in 1969. But it also but it follows, so you have Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. So Leo's like the TV star from the 1950s, and then Brad Pitt was his stunt double.
Yeah.
And then it like, so it starts off with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt just kind of setting that base layer for the film. And it pretty much, this whole film just falls around these two characters. And then it gets Haight, who was murdered. Spoiler, Evan.
Fuck you.
And so on those events, so who's Sharon Tate?
Don't you mean Sharon Tate?
Do you ever see Charles Manson in this movie?
Yes, there is one scene with him in it, which I guess maybe that could be a spoiler. Like, I don't like. There's just, it's so loosely based, and I get that it's very creative, but it did not need to be 2 hours and like 40 minutes long. It was unnecessary. And you could say, like, all right, there's some amazing acting in this, and I will give you that there is some fantastic scenes that make me think, "Toy this?" Or did I? The way they were shot, the characters, the writing of, and then you get past that, and you're back into this slow ass movie that is taking way too long to develop, and you're not even sure where it's going.
Sounds
And
like a
then
Tarantino movie.
And this is why I have issues with Tarantino. Like, some movies, I feel like I see
Django.
where it's going and it's entertaining. And this one is like, there was just moments where I was like, and I would get to these other moments where Brad Pitt's just driving around in his car for like, it seemed like a half an hour doing nothing.
Death Wish.
Yeah, singing to songs. And I'm like, why was that really necessary? And I understand there was some production value because it's set in the 1969. So you get to see like this old town Hollywood and what that looked like. But yeah, I for me, I didn't care. I want the story. I didn't want to see how it looked. I got that anyways from just other moments throughout the film when they're actually interacting with people and talking to one another.
I have a
So-
challenge for you.
What?
I want you to re-edit this movie.
I'm not gonna do it. 'Cause I don't care that much. And then also the third act, I will say, it got me. I was in the third act. That's when I actually was hooked, and I was actually like, "Oh man, this is really cool." And again, it's another reason why I'm like, "Did I like this?" Because there's moments that I really enjoyed, but then I think about it like, no, I don't think I like this because it took way too long to develop and get this. Now, and
I haven't heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
you got to touch the wet things for a while, and then and then it gets.
I like it.
there you go, Ryan. That deserved it.
I'll say, sorry to interject, but and there was one scene where Brad Pitt was walking to like up the stairs into one of the homes, and for a while I was like, and he had the flat tire, right? Is
Yeah.
that right? He had a flat tire.
That
and
happened.
he walked up, and like this was kind of the camp where where Charles Manson had some of his like cult, right?
Mm-hmm.
That scene was really good. I was enthralled on that scene. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Like just all the acting between everybody in that scene was incredible. But I still never finished the movie.
Which is, it's kind of funny, Ryan. It's like at that point, no, there's probably another half an hour before you get to the very end.
Right?
So, because I was thinking, it's like, no, like that is kind of like, it was one of the points that actually really tied the whole film together, was actually that scene. And that was part of my issue, is that this movie, like, and I think this is what Quentin Tarantino was trying to do, was trying to throw you off. I think this whole film is to try to throw you off the whole time and be confused. And I mean, if that's what he really wanted to do, he nailed it. Okay. But
Evan.
From what I've heard is the nostalgia-driven part was actually a huge part for him as well.
yeah,
Because actually finding commercials of TV shows that were going on at the time, just to bring you a little bit more into that world, is kind of why it was such a success.
yes, and I think, and that's why I'm wondering if it went over my head, because I haven't watched a lot of those films from, the 1950s or 60s. And so some of this stuff, it just didn't resonate with me. And so that's what I was wondering. Like, it really did feel like this is a film for that. But at the same time, it had that modern take or modern feel, because Kurt Russell's doing a narration job that was actually kind of comedic. Like, so it was a weird blend where I don't know if he quite knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to make his Quentin Tarantino film, but also do that homage to, those times that what he grew up with watching films. So, like, it's a interesting mixture, which to me, it just didn't captivate me until those final scenes and those random parts, that like the one that Ryan mentioned, that you're like on the edge of your seat because it was so put together so well. But then the rest was just like, I don't know, you just kind of jumbled together. It was half-assed. So I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I think you're right, Evan. I think maybe for an older generation, they will maybe enjoy it more, but
Boomers.
I don't know how much more. So,
Hey, if you were to cut an ass in half, how would you cut it? Right down the middle, or like the side?
side, I want 2 slits.
You want two bloody ass cut butt cheeks.
Yes. Well, that's my review on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
How many half-ass stars would you give this?
Oh, all the half-ass stars. No, I say it's like, it's almost like 50-50, like I really think there's at least half a film that's just so well put together in there for all audiences. It's just that other half that he just really wanted to take his time on throwing out that nostalgia for everyone, which isn't for the masses. Like this, okay, that's what I'll say. This movie's not for the masses. So there you go. Even though there's moments like that ending is for the masses, or actually for a younger crowd, I would say.
It's Tarantino's Boomer movie.
Yeah. I think that's well put. So there you go.
Well, you know what, Peter? Based off that review, I'm not gonna finish it. So
No,
thanks.
you know what you should do? I should
No.
find out. No. I'm serious. I should find out the point where it gets really good, and I want you to start there. Because I think after that scene that you're talking about with Brad Pitt and at the Spawn movie ranch, where
Mhm.
all the hippies were. There's a good chunk that you can probably just cut out, but then you get to that third act, and you will love it. I swear, I guarantee it.
Okay.
So I think I just want you to skip ahead and get to that good point. So
Like Sonic.
that's right. I want you to do a sonic roll to the ending of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So
All right, guys. Well, Peter, I'm glad you watched that movie because I won't watch that. And oh, nice logo there.
Thanks.
And no worries. And okay, so I watched this movie called Good Boys.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. It's about 3 kids. Okay, the description is funny. 3 6th-grade boys ditch school and embark on an epic journey while carrying accidentally stolen drugs, being hunted by teenage girls and trying to make their way home for a long-awaited party. That's it.
Yep,
And
that was it.
it's not that entertaining.
A kissing party.
Oh yeah. So here's my problem with this movie. The kids that they cast on here are clearly kids and they're bad actors. Really bad actors. Like the little Asian kid who's having the kissing party, he's just obviously a bad actor. And then like even the main kids were just terrible at it. Everybody is bad acting, and this movie tried to play on the idea of like being crude, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was the whole idea. It's putting young kids and making them very crude.
So it's the South Park.
Yeah, basically, it's a live action South Park, but
South Park's better,
Because that has plot and social commentary.
and yeah,
yeah.
it's terrible. I mean, like one of the subplots is they lose their dad's drone. Meanwhile, the dad is the best character in here. Will Forte is probably the best actor in this movie. Him as his dad, he's really funny too. But then he's just bland throughout the rest of the movie, and they're trying to, like, they put him in stupid scenarios where they have to cross a highway, and they have this whole bully system at their school and stuff like that. And it's just like, where's the entertainment in this movie? It was like Sausage Party. You remember Sausage Party was supposed to be this, like, you have to go see Sausage Party because it has blah 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 going on, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
you guys,
Food orgies.
yeah, you guys had like a bunch of sex jokes with CGI food. That's basically this movie, except for with a little. I would rather watch a live action version of Big Mouth than this.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. You know, I tried to watch this film too, and I mostly slept through most of it, which seems like I really didn't miss that much. I saw the beginning and ending, and I think I got it.
You didn't miss anything in between, dude.
Yeah, like because there's moments where I think I kind of came to, and I was like, and then I just fall back asleep. Where like the humor was the same thing over and over. Is the same joke. It's just basically kids don't know shit, and so everything's new to them. But then the weird part about it is that they would have kids younger than them who knew a lot more. So I guess maybe they're just playing on the good boys joke that these good kids don't know shit about life. So,
well, that's a weird point because when we were younger, I knew more than you guys. And
yeah, I learned everything about all the raunchy shit that I know now is because of Ryan.
yeah, when we were
That's
like
right.
6 or 7, yeah. So
I remember when I had to teach him the definition of raunchy. Completely different.
Evan, the only thing that you taught me was how to say extemporaneously.
I know, and it's still stuck.
It. And that you can pull your keys out while you're driving, stab someone, and then put them back in.
It's true.
Yeah.
Also very important to know.
And also that back in the day you could smoke cigarettes and work out. I didn't think that was a thing.
You could.
So
I was thinking like I was going back to like role models, because it was the whole idea that you see all these kids just cursing and And that was pretty much it. They were just cursing. That was about the worst thing that they did. And like everything else they were talking about, I didn't think it was really that bad. And it just reminds me like role models. You remember role models when they had that kid, the little kid, and it was hilarious. But it was good writing, and that wasn't the whole point of the film. Was that about one or kids just cursing? This was a Seth Rogen and
Evan Goldberg.
Yeah, other films, but this.
I think that's all they did was wrote it.
I know they produced it for sure. But
Nope, never mind. Just produced it. So,
okay. I was gonna say if they wrote this, I'm like, oh man, they're getting bad because I think they did write Sausage Party, which I think they just got a little bit too high for that film to write it. It's my personal opinion. But this one again, it just felt like they had this loose idea of just like we want cursing and put them in these awkward, I don't even know if you call them awkward situations, but situations that maybe they shouldn't know about, but probably all kids really do kind of know about. And over fast, like we're caring.
When they had the CPR doll and they kept on trying to run with that joke, and it's like, guys, it's obviously a sex doll. Like,
yeah.
duh.
Well, and that was the other part too, was that they would get in the situation and just beat it to death with the same jokes. Like it was just said in a different way from a different kid.
Right.
There was some moments, I chuckled at because the black kid I thought was kind of funny. He screamed so much.
I hated that, dude. That's the one thing I hated, when he would scream like that little high-pitched girl scream.
Yeah.
That's where I really wanted to fast forward and finish it. I would have finished Once Upon a Time in Hollywood rather than this, had I known that little kid was going to scream the whole time like that.
For a reason that made me chuckle each time, because he was just so scared of everything. So, but I also really want to know, was that his actual scream, or was that just something they created and it was the same sound effect? Because it was like spot on every single time. I don't know. Good Boys, it had its moments, but overall I think it sucked. Not worth a watch.
Kind of back to my review about the movie.
Oh yeah, you're reviewing it.
Good Boys was not a good movie at all, and it just sucked from the beginning. So, yeah.
You didn't laugh at all?
Not really.
Again,
Not really.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there was moments.
Like, you brought up role models, and I thought back to role models. I was like, you know what? I laughed more at role models than I ever did at this one.
Oh, I love role models.
That's a good movie, and
yeah.
It's a good balance of adults acting like kids and kids acting like adults.
Yeah, which I felt personally that this movie should not have been rated R. It was just because of that cursing, which was not necessary, and. Okay, even if you made it PG-13, no matter what, it's not gonna be a good movie. So,
okay, I left when the kids were like talking about coming and stuff, and they couldn't pronounce it properly. Do you remember that, when they're on their bikes and they're like, "Yeah, they're about to come," and I was like, "What? That's not how that's." Oh, they're kids. I get it.
But again, that was another joke where they would use that over and over again, where mispronouncing certain words or just being so dumb about what's going on around them. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Would you name your kid Thor? Side note.
That's a dumb question. I was going to name my kid Anakin.
Okay, wait. So yes or no?
If I have a fourth boy, maybe. Yeah, because there's Anakin, Atreyu, Alchemy, Holden, and Thor.
Okay, so Evan, would you name your kid Thor?
Only if you put on some weight. Fat Thor.
Oh, it's your kid. You get to control what they do. You can feed them as much as you want.
Yeah, dude. You can let him sit back, play video games, and feed him beer and Twinkies all day long.
No, you can't give kids Twinkies.
What?
Okay.
It's the sugar high. It's just bad for them.
Here's the other caveat to this movie. I did watch this with some kids, and we all kind of looked at each other when it was over, and we're like, that was dumb.
It's kind of a dumb film.
Mm-hmm.
So
go watch it. It's on you could buy it, and
it's HBO.
It's on HBO. Yeah. So yeah, go watch it for yourself and give us your review. and don't blame us when you spend money on that shit.
I mean, here's something. As much as I ranted about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I did not fall asleep through that film. I fell asleep through Good Boys. So use that however you please.
I fell asleep through Extraction.
I got tired of that movie too. Which, hey, be watching for our 10-minute review on that whenever we get around to it.
Whenever we wake up.
Yeah.
So I would not recommend this, but sometimes people don't listen to my opinion. So just if you watch it, then fuck off.
Right now we got 2 bad reviews in the hole, Evan. I hope you got something good for us.
So, The Man in the Iron Mask.
Yes.
Beautiful film.
I think I fell asleep through that movie too.
I thought it was anyway.
Yeah, no. So I watched A Quiet Place. The John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, the husband and wife duo.
Yeah,
I've seen this movie.
Yeah, me too. I didn't fall asleep.
You didn't?
No.
But it was so quiet though, so peaceful.
Mm-mm.
That's true.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it is very peaceful. So, I mean, I love this was a great attempt at like film as art. The fact that how they used American Sign Language and just the silence and everything was brilliantly done.
Evan.
Granted, I did find it was a little cheesy that, oh, hey, these parents, yes, just did happen to have a deaf daughter. So everybody knows sign language.
Convenient.
I was like, yes, okay, cool. That's a nice little loophole that they can get through to keep this plot going.
Doesn't that make sense, though, that they be one of the survivors?
No.
No, that
Honestly,
doesn't make them more prepared for silence.
No, I honestly believe that the deaf girl would have been one of the earlier first victims.
Okay, you're true. That's a good point.
Because she's not aware of anything coming at her, any sounds around her. So she's going to be in a wrong place at the right time.
And usually people that are deaf, they make so much more noise because they have no idea they're making it.
Sometimes yes and sometimes no.
Always
like not
yes.
for speaking, no.
Well, it's not for speaking, but they're tapping. Yes, Ryan. What else?
This shows how good of a parents that Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are, because they taught her right away through sign language, like, "Hey, shut the fuck up."
Yes, they're good.
She was like, "What's that mean, Mom and Dad?" And they did their sign language and said, "If you don't do this, you will die. Do you want to die?" And she goes, "No." So they're good parents. This is a movie about good parenting.
Oh, so not.
I'm with Ryan. I think he's right. I think it is about good parenting.
The good parenting was lacking because there was a lack of communication.
How so?
I think they were very good at communicating.
So?
If anything,
they weren't, because like the deaf daughter thought John Krasinski hated her because
he's threatening.
Unfortunately, no, he's not. He's just got a beard. Don't be scared of the hairy man, Ryan.
He's Jack Ryan.
No, he's not. No, he is not.
I know. I agree with you on that. He is not. No, he's terrible casting for that. But
give me Harrison Ford any day.
They need to put like Chris Pine as Jack Ryan or something.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
That would be.
See, I just fixed 3 things in Hollywood today.
I know. You got to put a lid on it, man.
Ugh.
Make sure you TM that shit.
I trademark this episode.
Yeah, it should be called Fixing Hollywood. That's what we're calling this episode.
I like. Oh, you don't like Cat Buttholes 2, the sequel?
No, that's too predictable.
All right, Evan. All right, so you don't think it's a movie about good parenting? Why?
Yeah, because it's not. They're just so quiet. They don't even talk to their kids.
They can't. I mean, Yeah, the world they live in has put a strain on their relationship with their kids and their whole family. Like, it makes sense. My question is so part of this is this a spoiler?
Yes.
No, it's not.
If
She's
you have to think about it
pregnant.
that hard, it is a spoiler.
She's pregnant. How was she pregnant before this happened?
Peter.
Before they had before they had to be quiet because of
Obviously, because they had kids, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
no.
Do you not know how kids work?
She was pregnant
They
before,
gestate,
but she was
so
pregnant during the
obviously-
film.
Yes.
But I don't know I can't remember how long the events were taking place. How long were they running from these things and had to
Longer
remain
than 9 months.
Is that what? So
Mhm.
this happened, and then they had sex to have a kid.
Oh, so they're terrible parents.
Yeah, because you always hear it like, should we bring a kid into this world? We got the coronavirus.
They
Should we
didn't
bring
even
a kid?
get to have that conversation.
Oh, because
Yeah,
they can't
because they
talk
could-
about it.
Oh, that's what happened.
Exactly. They just said, shh. Oops, sorry.
All right, Evan, you're absolutely right. They have
Wow.
horrible communication,
I
and
have
they
a
even
question
know
for you
how
guys.
to talk silently. So
Could you like imagine having sex dead
Yes.
silent? Like
No.
dead, like absolute, like muffled, no noises whatsoever. Oh my god, that'd be
I can imagine having sex, but not orgasming.
you got to play with the wet things. You got to play.
I do that foreplay, Evan.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got to
so
touch the wet
difficult.
things.
You're right.
That's
It would
what
be
is.
very difficult. And that would always be in my head. It's like, all right, don't say a thing. Am I thrusting too hard? Is this making too much noise?
Peter, you would die because you farted too loud.
Good,
You're
good,
like,
good
oh,
point.
shit.
Yeah, very
You're
good
like,
point.
yep, I got this one. They got me.
Yeah.
I mean, I would too, but still.
All right.
But no, this movie was brilliantly shot and everything.
Mhm.
And I love
Great.
the way that they actually built up the suspense with the use of very, very little sound. Now, it was a little bit jarring when you were put in the perspective of the deaf girl,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was also fascinating at the same time because then you would see people react around her.
Yeah.
And it was it's like, oh shit, what's going on? And that jarring actually took you out of the film just enough to actually step right back into that deaf girl's shoes. And so, how do I put this? There's a lot of tension in this family because unfortunately they lose a child because of some very bad decisions. And
Wow, could you imagine?
that's right.
Could you imagine teen scale on this movie? It started off like good parenting, and then it went bad.
This movie, yeah, you're right. And kept you invested in these characters and pretty emotional. This was a movie I saw it in theaters. Did anyone actually see it in theaters? You did?
I wish I did. I wish I
Oh.
did.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give it a chance because, okay, watch the trailer. The trailer gives away so much without telling anything.
I thought the trailer looked good, but it came and went pretty quickly. But I did
Yeah.
hear like everyone was saying like you should go see it, but I don't know, too much stuff was going on. But the fact that I think we're all talking about this pretty highly. We all watched it in our own homes, and we're still so invested with it. Like
It made me watch it with the lights off, so I can like see how dark the film was, and I have a good sound system in my house, so I like cranked
That's
it up.
even better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just
I did not pick up my phone. Like that's how good this film was, and I'm sad that the
What?
sequel is postponed. Where I mean, dude, what worse timing? Because again, I think this was like supposed to be like released like right when like nope, we're shutting down everything, and we could not see this film. And this is the sequel has to be good because the fact that like, no, we're not even gonna release this early on VOD. We're going to wait so that people can go see this in the movie theater. So I know I'm making it a point whenever this comes out into a movie theater, I'm gonna go see it. So,
Well,
Dude.
the one thing I have to give to John Krasinski is he did not treat the audience like idiots. He would let you jump to your own conclusions. I mean, the fact about, oh shit, the lights turned red. And you're like, I totally get what they're saying. And not any words were spoken.
yeah.
I just
And it's
realized
all
this
like,
movie
that
was
means so
directed by
much.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He did an amazing job.
First time. Well, for a full feature. It was great.
Man, he
Yeah,
must have been bored at Dindler Mufflin or whatever.
Dunder Mifflin.
I like Dindler Mufflin.
Yeah, that's good too. What did they sell?
Cardboard?
Oh.
Something like that.
So it sounds
Post-it
like,
notes.
yeah, post-it notes, nice. So it sounds like you recommend it, Evan.
I really do. Certain parts were very cheesy, but it was such a small cast, they made it work. I am hoping for the second one to see a lot more chaos, because that's always been my favorite part of just kind of end of the world, shit hits the fan films, is watching it all go to hell.
Yeah.
It's always been my favorite part of those films. And very few films do it so well.
Yeah. Well, from the trailer, it looks like you might get that because it looks like it goes into the events of where it all started, and then it kind of goes back to after the events of the first movie, which the new cast they have for the second film, I think it's great actors that I think are going to really boost the film even further, and I just hope the story's just as good. Like I think. I mean, John Krasinski, he actually, I think, got a writing credit for this because he took this idea and really reshaped it, and I hope he continues that on into this next film. So I can't wait. So,
Like, I am worried about it, but I am definitely happy to see a sequel being made.
yeah. So cool. Let's wrap up the podcast, guys.
Recommendations.
Yes, that's right. That's what we do when we wrap it up.
Yes!
Not like
yes!
a condom, though.
Oh, God. Oh. I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, I don't think they had condoms in A Quiet Place. Not in that world. That's why they had a baby.
But they made their whole little soundproof box to keep the baby in. That was so sweet and kind of dark.
Dude, I constantly thought the baby was going to die in that box.
Me
Yes.
too, but now they had the little oxygen mask. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
come on, parents. No.
They did think about it, so, but holy shit. Like, and that's another thing. Like, that's why I want to see this next film, is because, like, how are they going to continue this with a baby where you cannot be loud? It's crazy. So I'm excited.
I already know it's just going to be accidental smothering.
Evan, you got a recommendation for us?
Oh, God, recommendation? I got to say, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII, the remake. Can I say check it out?
Final
And
Fantasy
Switch.
7.
Buy a Switch before Peter gets one.
Is it on Switch?
No.
Oh.
I just
Just
want to get...
so everybody knows, I have a Nintendo Switch available for sale for $700. Yeah, $5,000. So anybody listen to this podcast, you can Venmo me $5,000 and I'll give you a Switch.
Shoot for the stars, because you'll never miss.
Exactly. And my Super Smash Brothers has all the characters unlocked, so you don't have to do nothing.
And if you're lucky, he'll forget to delete his credit card information. So free game.
Oh, man.
Peter, recommendations?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danielle and I, my fiance,
No, we just want yours, not hers.
Yeah, you gotta say it all French like too, dude. Fiance.
yeah,
Angrier,
she
smellier.
just started putting on this show, The Marvelous Miss Maisel, on Amazon, and it's actually really good, which I'm kind of upset because she's like, no, I get to watch this while you're podcasting, so this is me time, so I can't get really that invested, but I watched the first 2 episodes, and it's actually really pretty good. It's
So then watch it when you have your time and say she's not invited.
I will.
All is fair
but
and
so
nothing more.
I'm gonna recommend it. Yeah, so it's set in the late like 1950s and early 1960s, where like women, they're just supposed to be the housewife basically, and
Robots.
And they still should be.
Whew.
Jeez.
Bold
That's-
statement.
Not
We're
my-
on quarantine. What? I want women safe.
Yes.
And her life just kind of goes to shit, but then she kind of she finds stand-up comedy, and she's actually good at it. And I've only seen the first 2 episodes where she does it first when she's really drunk, and then shows her tits. Apparently you can't do that in the 1950s and 1960s, so she gets arrested. Then she comes back when she's upset again, and
You can't do that in the 2000s either, by the way.
Yeah.
What?
You can't show your tits. Tits? Like Jeremy says.
Yeah.
You can't show your tits. You can't, no.
What got more laughs, her tits or what? Or jokes?
No. Actually, Danielle and I both agreed they were pretty nice. So
Her jokes or tits again.
both of them were pretty nice.
Nice.
I recommend it. The first 2 episodes I thought were great. I'm enjoying it, and I will continue to watch it. Like it's a weird, this comedy drama, period drama, and
Yeah. Well, with women, I get it.
yeah. It's good. It's entertaining. It's just funny. Just everyone just talking to one another, and I'd say it's pretty quick-witted. So I recommend that. So check it out.
I'm going to go with something a little bit less risque, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody should watch Middle Ditch and Shorts.
Oh, just new to Netflix, the improv show. Like, is it actually good and funny?
I was watching an episode today,
Uh-huh.
and I think there's like 4 episodes. Very funny. 2 of my favorite comedians besides Crystalia, and Crystalia, please support us on the podcast. And
Cash
Thomas-
App.
yeah, Cash App, Log Cabin Babies, stuff like all his quotes. It's a free cunch, life rips. What else has he got? Sabitch.
Yeah.
Sabitch is my favorite word ever. You're such a bitch. All right, so Thomas Middleditch. Best show I've ever watched is Silicon Valley. And he's Richard in that one. And he's in this. And then Ben Schwartz, soon to be Oscar winning Sonic the Hedgehog
Mhm.
all together. So you got Pied Piper, you got Richard, and then you got Sonic over here. And they're doing improv. What
And
can go
it's
wrong?
Everything.
Exactly.
But it's good though.
It's so good.
Wow. Okay. Like that was, I saw it. I saw the trailer and I was like, I'm interested, but not enough to like race out and actually like, watch it. But still interested because I feel like these duos, like just 2 people just performing. And is it only like a half an hour long or how long?
I lost track of time. But
Wow.
Look how happy they look.
They look very happy. Yeah. I watched the trailer for it. It does look pretty funny. Without the trailer giving away like too much, you just know it's improv, and I honestly I didn't know they did improv, so it's cool.
Me neither, actually. And it's funny if you ask anybody like, "Hey, do you know these 2?" and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a Verizon guy."
Oh, Thomas Middleditch, yeah.
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 So, and then there's this show coming out soon called Space Force with Ben Schwartz and
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. Yeah.
on Netflix.
We've never talked about that, so I'm excited for that.
I
too.
didn't hear about it until like just now, and I hope it's good. But it's coming out to Netflix the end of May, so we'll see. They actually did just drop a trailer. Where was everyone on that? Huh? No one caught that? Huh?
How about that?
Oh, okay. Evan has an excuse.
I work too.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
When?
Every day.
Lies.
All day.
Sure.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening through all this and my my madness. Guess
Just
we call
yours?
it that. Everyone's madness. That's for sure. We're living in mad times, and you know, I hope we brought some joy to everyone in this half an hour or so. All right, I don't know what to say anymore. So check out our website, bmoviesbeyond.com. That's where you can follow everything and get kick-ass shirts like the ones that we are all wearing.
I'm wearing the short sleeve shirt, by the way.
Oh, nice. I'm doing the 3/4 tee because
baseball season.
Yeah, which is a little bit too warm because it is heating up in Colorado.
It's like 90 degrees outside, and it's 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So.
And we having May hits tomorrow. So
May hits.
It's right. It's going to hit hard. Thanks, everyone. We will see you next time.
Be sure to visit beyond.com.